right, welcome to Singletrack Session 17. We are at the Bomber Studios.
Yep, bit chilly in the gym today.
Jill's got a hoodie, a puffy over that,
yeah,
and a beanie, the Trail Manners beanie.
And I got my gloves somewhere.
Yeah, and we've got the heater.
Got the space heater going because the gym does not have heat.
It doesn't, because we were here early this morning at 5 a.m. class, and it was chilly. It took a little bit to warm up.
Yep.
And again, just didn't want to come back today after what you did to us today. It's sneaky owie, right?
Yeah, big hurt.
It wasn't the weights today.
No.
And so it's like, oh, that's not bad. Oh, hold on a minute.
It's all body weight stuff.
6 rounds of this, 6 rounds of that.
Yeah.
So
Good fun.
But yeah, so we're back. We just, there's so much. This is a good show. There's so much we got to talk about.
There is. And so, summer's busy. Fall, the first part of fall is way busy. And then you get into that like post-Halloween time where it slows down a little bit. We got a busy week coming up.
Big week.
Yeah.
It's the ultra world will be in front of a computer on Saturday.
Yes, they will, for one thing or another.
Yeah, and they're not going to be moving for a little bit. And there's going to be broken hearts. There's going to be joy.
So
there's going to be joy with a broken heart.
Yes, people are going to get, some people's dreams are going to come true and then they're going to immediately regret it.
Yep. So it's there's a lot going on though this week. So let's kick it off with something we're super psyched about because and I think a lot of people is Patagonia.
Yeah.
Right. So they're big promoters of charities and foundations and grassroots and we've talked about them on the show. We love them.
We do.
They've supported us in the past. They just do things the right way.
Yeah.
So if you haven't heard, if you've been under that rock in your yard, or just fell under the snowfall that just hit, they were hoping to raise about $2 million on Friday.
Yeah, so they were taking, was it all the proceeds of the sale?
100% of all Patagonia sales were going to be donated to grassroots and different organizations. And so they were hoping, it'd be cool if we sold $2 million on just Friday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Newsflash, you crush that.
Yeah.
$10 million.
That's cool.
In a day, and they're donating 100% of that.
That's awesome.
Holy cow.
Way to step up.
No, that's huge.
How many other companies are doing stuff like that?
I saw some with like 10%.
Yeah, 1%.
1%. And it's still good. Don't get us wrong. I mean, anything you do for organizations and grassroots, but Patagonia, that's like unprecedented.
Yeah.
And when they said 100%, we were talking about it over the Thanksgiving holiday, and I thought, well, that's pretty cool, a few $1 million,
Yeah.
Even 2 for me. I mean, I don't know their sales, but we're talking one day. We're not talking a week.
No.
And and I saw 10 million. I'm like, holy crap. And this is the worst part about that, though, is they're not shipping anything to my house.
Me too. I didn't buy anything.
Yeah, so that's bad because I love Patagonia. But
I did too, and that's why I did not go to their site.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah.
I purposely didn't go I'm like, oh, you'll buy something. What if something's on sale?
Yeah, it's dangerous.
And you're going to try to, justify it.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't this year. I just couldn't do it. So way to go, Patagonia. Hats off.
I know. It's awesome.
And then we can recap our 1-year episode.
Yeah.
Episode 61.
Did we have a contest or 2?
We had 3.
Wow.
That I remember.
Uh-huh.
Right. And so we had some contests, but we got a lot of good feedback from that. Messages, emails,
posts.
A
lot of good messages.
So thanks everybody out there. That was fun for us. My wife even made a couple coffee mugs.
Yeah, those are cool.
Those are really cool. Said Trail Manners and then established 2015. And like we said, like Joel said, we got some awards from somebody that we still don't know who they're from.
I know. Those are crazy.
But mine's sitting nicely on the desk there.
Mine's in my office too.
But let's fast forward to these contests.
Yes.
So we'll get the prizes out. You just have to email me. Okay, I'm not gonna chase you.
Right. It's your responsibility.
So you email me.
Right.
And then we'll send the prizes your way. So first of all, thanks for everybody who participated because there was some cool stuff. But favorite one-liner from the year. I'm just going to read some before we tell you who won.
Right.
And I'll say names if they left them or initials. Amy, last initial P.
Right.
Her favorite one-liner was from when we had Corey Reese on the show. It was like a paragraph, but if something is worth doing, do it now.
That's true.
And I think that's a passage you read.
It was.
If I remember right.
Yeah.
I say passage like this is
bedtime
biblical
story,
and everything else, but... so Amy had, if something is worth doing, do it now.
Mm-hmm.
And that whole excerpt from Corey Reese's book when we had him on the show. Next one up is a guy you might have heard of, a guy named Turtle Miller.
Yeah, who's that joker?
I don't know. He texts me all kinds of stuff.
He does, doesn't he?
His favorite one-liner was when Brian Powell was called Head Knucklehead.
Yeah, he is the head knucklehead.
So that's pretty funny. So Brian, you are the Head Knucklehead. You might want to reserve that somewhere. Maybe as your new Instagram handle or your personal one, maybe. Kurt, who's a big follower of the show, he chimed in. His favorite was, "You don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for."
So
and
true.
He says, nothing is given to you. You earn everything in what we do, and it's just so true, right? And then Richard Allen from the Carl Meltzer show, Mr. Speed Goat. When Carl said, "You learn from your mistakes." And as simple as that is, like Richard said, he goes like he's always believed it, but hearing it from someone like Carl,
right?
It's kind of like puts it in a different perspective.
Yeah,
right?
I remember one time very specifically, the first time I went down to Zion, did the 50K. This was several years ago, and went and had a green chili cheeseburger the night before the race. Now, I knew better, and I paid for it. So I learned my lesson.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't do that anymore.
Because I remember at one point we had Mexican food the night before El Vaquero Loco, so I don't know where that one fits into the story.
Oh, crap. I guess I haven't learned my lesson yet on eating big, rich meals the night before the race.
Yeah,
don't do that, folks.
Because that El Vaquero race, me and you were hip-hopping each other quite a bit because we
hurt.
had to keep going off.
And it didn't even taste good. That was
It really did.
No.
But it was nourishment.
Yeah.
And it was like one of those times when I didn't want to waste money either. It's like, I got to eat it. I bought it.
There was nowhere else to go to eat.
There wasn't that day.
Except for the Maverick.
Yeah, that's the truth. And then the last one on the one-liners from the year is from Wendy Jaglowski from Pocatello.
Yeah.
Who we have known for a while.
For years, it seems like.
Yeah. She's a huge supporter of the show, Wendy.
Yeah.
Her favorite one-liner or part was Diamond Days.
Oh, that's so good.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Right? So we have two of those.
Right.
That we will go ahead and you have to email me.
Right.
And so everybody listen, manners, M-A-N-N-E-R-S,
right.
at trailmanners.com.
Okay. So what do you think? I think Amy should win one.
Amy's going to win one.
Yeah. I think that would be really good.
So she is Amy, last initial P. Go ahead and shoot me a message.
Yeah.
And Joel, I'm going to let you pick the second one.
Well, Turtle's not allowed to win. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Turtle, you don't win.
You're not allowed to win.
No.
As much as we love you, you can't win.
You can't.
Sorry, buddy. Let's go with has Kurt won anything?
I don't know. He's got some things.
He's bought some stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, let's let him win something.
All right. So, Kurt, go ahead and email me.
Yeah.
You're our second winner on the favorite one-liner of the year.
So I think Wendy's won stuff in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wendy needs a little break from winning stuff.
Yeah. And then here's some good stuff, and I was kind of, I won't say surprised, but it was interesting when we said, okay, what do you want more of for 2017 from us?
Yeah, there's a recurring theme.
There was.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, and when you think about it, it's I don't know, gives some dynamic of our listeners.
Yep.
Right? But it's some interesting stuff. And unfortunately, we've had some of these people on our show in the past. So it's not like we've missed this, but it's really good to hear more. So Henry Howard, when he chimed in, he said first-timer interviews, like people with their first ultras, first 100, their first time on Hardrock.
Yeah.
Man, what a for sure, right? I mean, we're gonna be scouting for 2017 to get some people for sure along those lines. And then Amy P again, hers kind of same, average / back of the Packers.
Yeah,
was you'll hear the reoccurring thing, and then a show, and we've had this come up, and me and Joel have talked about this one as well.
Right,
a show on DNFs.
I think that's important. How to handle them,
and it's how to handle them. And what we'd like to do is get a few people on the show for that.
I think that'd be good,
just to get some different perspectives. It's like how to handle them mentally, physically. How do you move forward? Can you let it go? Yeah. Some people have had multiple, so they're more
you get comfortable after you do one or two.
Yeah, right. I mean, it doesn't hit as hard. Yeah, it doesn't hit as hard, but that one, or maybe your first one that sticks out, or you hear people, I got to go back and hit that race. It's got my number. So,
yeah, totally. Like squat. That I DNF'd at that. I want to go back and finish it.
Yeah. So that's another great request, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Mick. I like Mick's too.
I do too, because he's talking about our age group.
Almost for us. In the Masters, you have to be, is it 40 or 50 for
I think it's 40.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. So Masters runners, which we've had on, so that's good. Gear reviews, which we'll bring back because we have some stuff in the hopper.
We do.
And smaller, lesser-known races, which, again, we've requested those too. And I think some of that, it goes down, because we'll cover this again, but can be difficult a little bit for us because there's so many races.
Every weekend there's a race.
There's a race everywhere, all distances.
Every weekend.
And so, there's some ideas there where we could talk to people that have done the race.
Right. There was a request for more Midwest races.
Yep, that's the...
Was that Mick?
Yep, that's Richard Allen.
Okay, yeah Richard.
More mid excuse me, he's from Missouri, I think he said. Some Midwest races. So,
yeah.
And some of these... You got to understand, me and Joel live in a beautiful area with races surrounding us, but we don't get out to the Midwest or back east or some of these places we'd like to.
Maybe the podcast does carry us there eventually.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, and if you ever want to, hey, Joel and Eric, here's some airfare. Come on out to the race. Yeah, we'll come out.
Race fee, we will make that happen.
I'll even volunteer at your race if you bring me out. So.
No, I'm going to run it.
You can run. I'll volunteer, or vice versa.
I'd like to run that Pinhote 100.
That would be awesome.
That would be nice.
That would be good. So
cool.
we're always open to that.
Uh-huh.
So that's one thing. And then Wendy, again, from Pocatello, she had some good ones.
Ooh, yeah.
Animal encounters.
That'd be
shows.
cool.
That would be really cool.
Uh-huh.
And then also what to do when you get lost.
Yeah.
It happens.
Did you see her message about how she got lost?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
But, you've seen them in the news recently, especially through social media on Facebook, as people do get lost when they trail run.
Yeah.
Whether they're on vacation, hitting a new trail.
Yeah.
What do I need to do? So these are great topics. And if you have more, keep sending them our way. Just because we want to really make sure we give you what you want to listen to. And these are all awesome topics. And we already have our things clicking in our mind for those. So Joel's going to pick two winners onto that.
So Mick with his Masters Runners gear review and smaller, less known races. So Mick sent us a message. And then let's go with, I think, Henry Howard. Because I don't think he's won anything yet either.
First timer interviews, that one. So those are the two for that one.
Yeah.
Right? And then
that'd be good.
The last one's hard, and we're going to apologize up front because we had so many people send us photos, and there were some good ones.
Right.
It's just like a personal preference thing. It's like, okay, how do we decide?
Right.
Right. This IPA, that IPA. Both, right?
Both, right.
So here's, I'm just going to list probably, I'm going to say 4 that I really... Okay, and I'm going to give their Instagram handle because I don't know their names, and most of them don't put them on there.
Right.
First one was really cool, I thought. It was Strider Streak.
Yeah.
So he just it was black. It was a square, and it was just all black. And he's like, for Opt-Out Friday, I just went out with nothing, right?
Yeah.
Kind of go back to the roots, being outside, no watch, no phone. So that was pretty cool, pretty ingenious. The next one was Raw Berry Robbery. And they were up on a mesa near St. George.
Okay.
And it was beautiful.
Of course.
And it made me jealous because
of
all the snow we just got dumped on.
I know.
And me and Joel always talk about going down there in the snowy time. So there was that one. The next one was I want to know where this one was from. So if you can message me just that location. It was a gorgeous landscape shot.
Right.
And that the Instagram handle was Niloison. That's how you pronounce it. Niloison. Niloayson.
Right.
Beautiful shot. And then Alex underscore SN0. So like Alex Snow maybe.
Right.
Grandeur Peak photo was awesome.
Right.
It was pretty. So
like that.
Those are some great shots there. So now we get to select 2 from that. And I'm going to go with,
should we go with some St. George love?
Yeah,
Since we have so many good people down there.
Yeah, so Raw Berry Robbery.
Yeah.
Send me manners@trailmanners.com. You're going to win. And for our last one, we were going to go with Niloison.
All right.
Okay, so go ahead and shoot us a message there. So,
right on.
So those are the contests. So that took a minute to kind of wrap those up.
That's some nice housekeeping.
Yeah, so we got those. 'Cause we always have contests going. And it's
we do.
We want to stay on top of them. Right, because we just had kind of one from our last show.
Right.
And our next show, part 2, there's going to be one that is going to be awesome that Joel doesn't really know much about.
No, not yet.
So there we go.
No,
so
I actually do. You told me about this morning.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, not the whole full thing.
Yeah, a little bit. Because it
do I have
involves
to get
Joel.
naked?
No, for sure, no.
So I'll stop eating donuts if I do.
Yeah, that's good.
So that brings me up to another point. How many donuts is too many? And we're talking Krispy Kreme sized donuts, not the little donuts.
That's a tough one because those glazed ones, when they're hot,
oh my gosh, right?
I mean, it's not. You don't know you ate them until you've eaten a few of them.
And then at that point, how many is too many?
Man, of those. Like if I went glazed Krispy Kreme,
Yeah.
I think 6 would be a good number.
Holy cow, 6.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they just go in. I mean, they're not huge,
Right.
and they're soft when you get them the warm ones.
That's true.
If you get them after they've been out for a little while, then I would say 3 or 3-ish. But the problem when you do 6 that quick, because they're so hot, you feel like butt for a long time.
You do, right?
It's like they're still cooking in your belly and they're rising.
Man,
why is this coming up?
I'm just because we started talking about donuts.
Okay, all right.
Thought it was a good question.
I wish we had some right now.
That would be good right now. My favorite type of donut right now is the chocolate cake donut with the chocolate frosting on top.
Oh, those little Hostess type ones.
I guess.
They have those little mini ones
but
too,
they
like
have
that.
the yellow cake. I want the chocolate
No, they've
cake.
got the chocolate
Oh, they
cake
do?
with the Hostess ones now in those little packs. I've seen them.
Yeah, but those aren't as good as like Krispy Kreme ones.
Oh yeah, well that's
Those are
totally
money.
different ball game. Yeah, for sure.
That's like my favorite go-to donut right
See,
now.
my go-to donut has never changed.
I like the glazed.
Mine's not the glazed.
What is?
It's the powdered sugar with raspberry filling.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Those will I will never go wrong with
Right.
those ever. And they used to be the Hostess thing, and now it's FRANZ, Franz Bakery or whatever.
Oh, okay.
They come in the boxes, but if anybody made them fresh, I would totally give that a whirl.
Ooh, homemade ones would be good too.
Yeah, I'm not crafty, but yeah, I would always take that.
Do we have a beanie we can give away?
Sure.
All right, so let's do a little contest. Let's do a little impromptu contest.
Let me get my pen out so I don't
We
forget
want
this
to, now
one.
this is only good for Singletrack 17. You have to post it on the Facebook, right? So this will come out on Thursday, which will be December 1st, I believe.
Yep.
All right, so the December 1st Facebook, what is your favorite donut? And we'll just choose somebody at random for a beanie.
No, I want a photo of it.
Okay.
I mean, to explain
You're making
it,
this really complicated.
I just want to see them.
Them eating a donut?
They can do that. That might be like taking it to the next level. But I want to. I'd love to. I love donuts, and they're getting pretty, right? Because
Yeah,
the
they're getting
voodoo
kinda fancy.
donuts and all the fancy stuff.
Right.
I'd like to see the donut because it's
Right.
easy to say I like a glazed.
Yeah, well, glazed are good.
A glazed at a supermarket as
No,
opposed
no.
to glazed at Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, we
totally
want
different
Krispy
glazed
Kreme
donut.
by Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah,
One
so
of
be
those two.
specific.
All
And
right.
if you got a photo, man, I almost want a photo.
That is going to weigh it heavier
Yeah,
than just the word itself.
yeah.
All right, there you go, folks.
And I like
if you want a
anything with
beanie, this
sprinkles.
is your chance to get a beanie.
And they're almost gone,
They
pretty
are.
much. So there's a free
is awesome.
beanie, and they're almost gone, and
they're
we're not
so
getting
comfy.
more. So, okay, there we go. Joel just pulled one out of his hat, so to say, out
Yeah.
of his beanie. So we'll do that contest. So more contests going.
I think
to
that'll
keep
be
track
fun.
of.
And listen, let's just put a time limit on this. If it launches December 1st, we'll announce the winner next Thursday. What would that be? The 7th, December 7th. So Singletrack
8th.
8th, yeah, December
8th is that next
Yeah.
one. But we need a deadline though of when to post the photo.
Okay.
So you can post it on December 1st. Deadline will be December
What is that?
6th.
Yeah.
And that gives us a couple days. So your deadline to post is December 6th
All right,
on
so
the
there you go,
on the
folks.
Facebook page
Yes.
of this.
Yes.
You can't do it on our
of this
website.
post.
All right, so there we go. Now let's get some information. Let's get into some stuff now.
All right.
Right? How you feeling? How's the
Okay,
the
so-
run and the owie?
So the hernia recovery. So I'm 3 weeks out now from hernia surgery. And to be honest, the first 5 days, I didn't believe it, but they were just terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were going to be that bad, but they really was. But then something happened that day, 6 and 7, it started getting a lot better, like significantly better. By the time I got to day 10, when I went in for my follow-up, like I said last week on Single Track, the doctor said you can run. I'm like, game on. But running was really weird.
Yeah.
At first, yeah. I've only done, I think, 4 runs since the surgery, and the first 2 were really weird. The third one, I was running off the shoreline back down to the car, so that was like a 300-foot descent back to the car. It hurt like a son of a gun.
Really?
Just because it was grabbing, all that tissue around the patch was just still upset and inflamed and just like some funky nerve stuff. Run 4, came back the same route, no problem coming downhill now. So I think I'm there. I'm still being really careful, though.
Yeah.
I don't want
There's no need to rush it right now, especially with the weather. We got dumped with snow, so you got that slippery stuff
Oh,
could
man,
really
I was
make
so
an
nervous
issue.
about that. On the north face of the canyons right now, it's really icy.
Yeah.
I'm like totally walking those. I don't want to slip and tear that patch.
It's even when you're not coming off of surgery, those can get sketchy.
Oh, yeah, they're
right
way
out
icy.
first of the year too.
Yeah. So I'm just being careful and
Nice.
ready to get back after it, though. I'm tired of eating 6 and 7 donuts at a time.
So that's where it came from.
Yeah, right.
So, and speaking of your last run, I was gone away in Colorado, but there was a picture posted on Instagram that tagged Trail Manners, and it was one of the coolest photos.
That was really random. So it was, I don't know what day that was, Sunday after Thanksgiving. I went out for a run, and usually I don't run during the daytime, but I have been just because I want to be able to see. I don't want to slip on anything and screw up this surgery. And I ran into the Wojciechowski brothers and John Lee, and this was the first time I ever met John Lee. And I met him at the mouth of Taylor Canyon. They were coming down off of Malins.
So Brad and Mike Wojciechowski.
Brad and Mike Wojciechowski. And let's see here. Brad had the Trail Manners. No, Brad had the old Northern Utah Trail Series.
That was the first T-shirt we ever printed.
And then Mike had
Trail Manners.
The Trail Manners shirt. And so I'm over there yelling at him, dude, those are some awesome shirts, you know? And so they were like, well, I'm going to let you guys go because you're going to be faster than me because, you know, I'm still kind of gimpy. They were running south on the Shoreline Trail, and so I ran south after them for a little bit, and I started catching up to them, actually. And then we got to the point in Strong's Canyon where it was like super like death ice. And I caught up to them at that point. And then right after that, they're like, well, let's get a picture. I'm like, hell yeah, let's get a picture. And so I'm in the middle, and Brad's just like feeling my butt up. Like it was really a really good feel. Yeah. He was really supporting that.
He's got the hand for it.
Yeah, he got a good handful. Yeah. And that was awesome to see those guys wearing those shirts.
Well, it was cool because for those that don't know, the Nuts or the Northern Utah Trail Series was a series that me and Joel put on years and years ago.
Oh, man,
eons
ago.
It went on for a couple of years, and then we had issues with permitting and stuff, and we kind of went away from that. But so it was the Nuts shirt, and when I saw the picture, I'm like, that was the very first race we ever did, that Nuts shirt. It was that green one.
Yep.
And then on the other side is our new endeavor with Trail Manners.
Yep.
And just a couple, and it was a cool post because they're like, you know, we've always supported local.
Right.
Which we are here. So I got a kick out of that. That was something really cool. I was driving back.
That made my day to see those guys out there with those shirts on.
Yeah,
it's still really kind of surreal to see people on the trail with the Trail Manners shirt on.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Well, we even had a picture from a guy from Henrik from Sweden, I think. He posted a photo of his yellow with his blue matching his shoes.
His shoes, that's
and I'm like,
right.
That's pretty cool. So
there's that dude that's in Southern Utah, Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Stevenson?
Yeah.
David Stevenson?
I think so. And he's always wearing his beanie.
Holy cow, that guy's got everything.
Yeah.
That's awesome to see.
It's still, like Joel said, it's kind of surreal that way. So, all right, we're back from memory lane, folks.
Yeah.
So let's get into the weekend.
Oh, yeah. What's going on this weekend?
Well, let's start with the North Face 50.
That's a fast race.
So this year is pretty deep.
Yeah, stacked.
And the cool thing is, I Run Far is going to be covering it.
Yeah,
I think
like
Brian
this is
posted
their eighth year, I believe.
And so you can watch this, and God, it's going to be hard to turn away.
Watch it on Twitter, which is awesome.
Yeah, and so we're going to cover, now these are in no particular order, because I'm not the best at picking people, and I know there's sites you can go to that do it, and I might throw a name out.
Mm-hmm.
Women. So I'm just going to start down the list, okay, of women. Rory Bosio.
Yep.
Stephanie Howe. I think it's Violet now. She's got a new last name.
Yeah.
Cassie Scallion.
Yep.
Ruth Kraft. Ida Nilsson. Magda.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And Megan Kimmel. So those are just the names I threw out. And there's going to be others. I'm not a pro here.
How many is that? Like 7 names? There's like
7.
20 more, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it is a deep field. It's going to be one of those times where who's having the day and who runs their race. Yeah. Pretty much. So that's the women's side.
Have you looked at the weather yet?
I haven't. No.
The weather always plays a factor out there.
I don't really want to because I know it'll be better than what we got. It'll be above 20.
Yeah, right.
Not icy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the women's like Joel said 7, and there's more in there, and you can throw names out, and I would say yes, and it's kind of anybody's game. You know, some people have been hurt, some have been gone for a while, some are running solid, some they're winding down their year. Yeah. So I don't know who's coming into this. I don't
it's
even
a 50
those
miler,
names,
which is a different ball game than the 100. You know, you can go out and you can run that pretty darn hard.
Yeah, well, and this does have some good times, and again, it's you don't know who's coming to race.
Right.
Their race, like it's an A race.
Yeah, they're going after that $10,000.
Yeah, and a lot of these people we name are they race. Don't get me wrong.
These are elite runners. This is what they do for a living for the most part.
Yeah, and so that's a women's side, and then listen to some of these names I'm going to throw out on, and these are again only a few.
Yeah,
there's not all of them.
Oh, the men's I think list was deeper than the women's.
So there's a guy, Jim Walmsley. He's been pretty popular lately.
Who's that guy?
Yeah, right. So again, how is he going to come off of JFK after
I so
that course
wish
record?
He would not race this one.
So you got Jim Walmsley, Sage Canaday, right?
Yep.
And he's dialed in all the time, it seems like.
Yeah.
Zach Miller, Alex Nichols, David Laney, Miguel Harris from Spain,
right?
Jorge Maravilla.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's awesome. And then how about a shout out to a local boy?
Our man.
Hayden Hawks.
He's got that Utah. Stash going. You see that?
I did. I saw him shave.
He's got power stash. He's ready.
And he went out and checked out the course.
He's been out there for a while.
Yeah, and so he's going to, I don't know if I'm going to say fly under the radar, but he's definitely not going to be
Let's go top 5
in the brain, right, of a lot of people. Like
I'm
a lot
say
of
top
people.
5.
It's I can't disagree with that just for the simple fact of what he's done.
Well, that
right?
he's I think he's rested.
Yeah.
He's well trained.
He's excited.
Got
out on the course.
He's never raced above 50K. But that doesn't mean that he can't handle that extra.
And he's
20
never
miles.
and earlier in this summer he's never raced anything like Speed Go.
Yeah, exactly. He went and crushed it. So we're pulling for you top 5.
Yeah, Hayden. I mean that's just some of the names, right? And again, I don't know how they're
another
coming
20
in.
people we could talk about.
So the North Face 50 is going to be interesting this year.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch.
It's going to be awesome. So thank you to Iron Far and all his crew, and her crew. Talking Megan and Brian, for doing that, so all of us can kind of be a part of it.
Right.
But that's not all, Joel.
No.
Okay, that is not all.
No.
So there's these things in ultra running sometimes you have to get into called lotteries.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that Saturday, December 3rd, there's 2 lotteries.
Yeah.
And not just 2 lotteries, but these are the ones that...
2 biggest.
Man, just the feelings people go through probably from now till Saturday.
Right.
So you got Hardrock
and
you got Western States.
I know.
And those are, I mean... in the ultra running community, even people that aren't really, those are the 2 that stand out to people.
Yep.
Like race wise, if you don't know what those ones are, you probably aren't as familiar with trail running. Right?
No, not yet, but you will be.
You will be, but those ones are the granddad, and there's always going to be one's better than the other, but they're 2 totally different races.
They are,
right? And so good luck.
They're bucket list races for
sure.
a lot of us. And
I'm not in either lottery,
I'm not either.
I'm not going to worry about it.
Your chances just got one better.
Yeah, so I'm not in either lottery. So so December 3rd. I'm interested to see who gets in.
Always.
You know what I'd like to do? What would be fun is
What's that?
Find someone, either one, maybe in Hardrock because that's close, or maybe even Western, who knows, and do a little like a series through the year on their training to get there.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Just kind of follow them along, have them call in or be here or wherever, whoever it may be, and just kind of keep tabs on them.
That'd
just kind of see what their training is like.
Okay.
Right? I think that'd be kind of
as somebody that's listening on the show that you happen to be fortunate enough or unfortunate enough to get into Hardrock.
However it is.
Maybe we could do that with you.
Because I really want to get out to Hardrock this year. I know I say that, but
aren't we going to be busy that weekend?
Is it the same weekend as Beaverhead?
I kind of want to think it is.
I thought it was the weekend after.
It could be the weekend after. Beaverhead seems to be...
Joe's pulling out his flip phone. He'll figure it out.
Hold on a second, folks.
But yeah, I'd think it'd be cool to have someone, maybe if it's their first Hardrock, that would be fun. Because I would kind of peg some of these from Henry first-timers. But kind of follow them on their training, how they're doing, that type of thing.
Let's see here. I think Hardrock's on the 7th and 8th, and Beaverhead is on the 8th.
Okay, so I won't be to Hardrock.
No.
I thought it was a different date, but again, I'm usually wrong. And I still might be, because I don't know off the top of my head. Let's see. What else we got going on here?
This weekend? I think that covers it. This weekend, what's happening?
That's a big weekend.
That's a lot going on there, folks. I mean, your Saturday morning is set.
Hardrock is July 14th.
Oh.
I just pulled that up on my spreadsheet here, because I'm one of those guys.
Because it's the first Friday, Saturday, or it's the second Friday, Saturday is what it is.
Yeah, so...
And the first Saturday is I see how that
So I could
works
still
on the
be
calendar.
eligible to come out and
we could.
podcast from Hardrock.
Ooh, did you see the Speed Goat? You see what the date the Speed Goat is this year?
Oh, yeah, Carl. It's the registration's in February.
Yes.
And it's going to be, the 29th
I think
of July?
29th, yeah.
So he's moving it back, and I think he moved it up to the 9th of July this year because he was doing the FKT.
The AT trail.
So he had to get out there. So, he moved it back to the 29th. So we're back on with Speed Goat. I know there's people
I'd like
worried
to go
about
down
that.
there and at least podcast. That'd be fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, at least, I'm not going to run it.
'Cause that's
I got to gear up for other races. And that would crush my spirits, so to say. I've done it, 3 times, so I'm
I think
good
I've done it
with
3 times too.
Yeah, so I'm I'm good with it.
I think it's been long enough that I've kind of forgotten about it. That I can probably go back and do it again almost.
Oh, I could probably do that, but I'm already set for August
You're
races.
good.
Yeah. I want to go out and do well at El Vaquero.
Right.
I want to do good at Beaverhead.
Oh, yeah.
And putting that in between, that would just not work out
rough.
for me. But some other things that are going on, though. The run event in Orlando is going on right now.
Yeah.
I went to that in Austin last year. I really wanted to go to it this year. So if you're there and there's some cool things, let us know.
Yeah, send us a picture.
Because that's always a fun time. And then another race that opens up today, you're listening to this on Thursday, hopefully December 1st. If not, that's okay.
Right.
Chuckanut opens up.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a race I absolutely want to do, and that's March 18th.
That looks cool.
But that's Chrissy Mel's involved with that one big time. So that's another one opening up. So that's kind of it for the weekend, and that's just what we talk about. Those are some big things for the weekend.
Did you see that they got the permit for the Moab 200?
I saw that it was almost done, or she think that was coming through.
Officially, I think she got
Candace,
it.
yeah. Okay, so
that's
another 200-mile race.
October, I think 17th of 2017, somewhere in that area.
Man, those 200s, one day maybe.
That's
just to try,
nutso.
But I don't know. Those are spooky.
Yeah, you get 110 hours to finish that race. That's crazy to think about, right?
110 hours.
I know. 36 hours is usually kind of hard to wrap your head around.
Yeah.
To finish a race, but now you got 110 hours.
That's nutty.
Wow, that's some serious strategy right there.
Yeah.
So what do? You run hard for the first 12 hours and then take a big old nap for 12 hours?
I don't know. I'd think someone that had run a 200 would have to give me I wouldn't even know how to approach one. I don't know if you just kind of pace it out and know, hey, at this part I'll sleep for a few hours, or if you want to go hard and
get to a sleeping station and try to power nap for 4 hours and get up and go.
I think you might have to depend on your course. Maybe, hey, if I got some climb here, maybe I'll do it after, maybe before. I don't know. There's just a lot of the logistics that would have to go into that.
There's a lot of logistics on that one.
Your drop bag would have to be, like military duffel bag style stuff, like something you could lay in as well.
Yeah, right.
So that's this weekend. And Joel and I, last year we did it. This year we're going to do it for our December 12th show.
Yep.
We're going to do our holiday show.
That's right.
So it's not just a holiday show. It is our gift show.
It's like, it's like, what would you get us?
Yeah, for sure.
If you were going to buy us a present, or what would you get your significant other or your friend that's a trail runner?
Yeah, or us. So
things that we like, things that we've seen, things that you think
gifts
that you need to get for your best trail friend in the world.
Yeah, good gifts. So we're going to come out. We have that show. We're working on that. That's going to come out. But let's rewind and skip ahead. Okay. So episode 62 that just launched.
Right.
With PD Run Co.
Yeah, those jokers.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Right?
Looked like you guys are having fun.
I was
a little jealous.
We kept talking about it too. We're like, man, I wish Joel was here.
Yeah, that'd been fun.
It would have been. I mean, you could have. Points in this, it was like we didn't have the microphones in front of us.
Right.
And so it was fun. But Jeremy and Chad, I mean, come on.
Good
couple
guys.
Awesome guys.
Yeah.
And that run shop and everything that they got going on there is what it's all about.
Yeah.
It really is. So the first show, part 1, this is our first 2-part show.
Right.
Because we could have kept talking, but we ran out of bourbon. So we thought, what's the point? Right. And I'm just gonna say it now. These guys are way more bourbon-y than me.
Their liver is more. That's used to it, right? It soaks it up and processes it a lot better than your IPA liver.
Oh, it was confused to say the least. It was trying to figure out how we take care of this.
Yeah,
Right? I mean, I started sweating out of my eyes, and it was bourbon. But it was a great show. I mean, seriously, some great people there. Jess in the shop as well. So make sure you listen to that show. But you're not gonna want to miss part 2 next week.
Right.
And it's going to be nuts, right? Okay. So again, thanks to those guys there. And we had a quick contest from that, and Robert Jones from Flint, Texas won. The shirt I was trying to come up with from their OKS race team was from Boogie Nights, was the show. And I couldn't figure out the name of the show. I'm like, it's that show? And I'm like, couldn't remember it. And I said, all right,
are you
first
talking
one.
Like Mark Wahlberg, Boogie Nights?
Yeah, because that's what their shirt reminded me of, right?
Come on now, you cannot turn down Roller Girl.
So Robert Jones from Flint, Texas, he messaged me, and he said, yeah, I listened to your show at 4:30 in the morning, the day it launched.
That's awesome.
And he lives in Flint, Texas, and he says, hey, I'm going to see you guys in Zion at the race. So cool. So
that means you're going to Zion right now, huh?
Joel will be there for sure. I'm still working on it. I got to find some airfare for my family.
Airfare? For
my family. They're going to Texas.
Oh, that's right. You're going to be doing nothing.
I'll be taking care of cats.
You can find somebody to do that.
So Robert wanted, I'll give Robert I'm sending him a surprise. He already got back to me. But yeah, second part 2 is going to be awesome. It's going to be a little rowdier.
Yep.
And I don't know if you caught it, but seriously, if anybody has access to a glitter cannon, these guys need it. And if you listen to the shows, you're going to get why. Yeah, but you got to listen, because Joel and I got called out a lot on this show.
That's okay.
Both of them. But Joel got called out more than me because I wasn't there to defend himself. But I tried to defend him the best I could.
Fair enough.
But yeah, these guys were pretty burly though, so they would have taken me if I would have stood up to them too much. Yeah. And but yeah, you'll have to listen to those shows that have come out. They're gonna be awesome.
Right.
And the first one was, and we've got a lot from that. So make sure you check them out though. PD Run Co. On Instagram, Palmer Divide Run Company on Facebook, and then their website. What else we got? We talked about the holiday gift guide. We just had a guy, Daniel Denton, just gave us a donation on our website.
That's so nice, Ham.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. That goes a long way. It really does. So we really appreciate that. Beaverhead 100K, which we've talked about, right? That is a UTMB qualifier now, point-wise.
As it should be.
100K,
right?
you get 4 points. 55K, 3 points.
Did you see Beaverhead posted something, I think, last week on their Facebook feed with that marmot that's sitting on the rail?
Oh, yelling?
And yelling.
Yeah, that's funny, right?
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to getting to the Scree Talus section and just yelling like that marmot.
That'd be funny. That'd be super funny. Yeah, I mean, that race, I mean, Joel and I have talked about it for a while now. We both registered for it.
Yeah.
But now it's a UTMB qualifier, there's less reason not to go.
Right.
Right? I mean, if you were on the fence, anything else.
You should go do it. I think that, maybe have one race a year. It's like a destination.
Yeah.
Go check it out. This maybe should be the one.
Yeah. Well, it's mine this year.
Yeah, it's mine too.
Yeah, for sure. So that's awesome to hear that. What else? Antelope Island Buffalo Run. You better get registered for that.
Oh, yeah, folks.
I don't know. Is it public?
It is.
Okay. So in the past, he's had open registration. There hasn't really capped it. Right?
No, they did. At one point they did. It was like capped at 800 for all.
Okay.
Distances.
And that's the 100-mile, 50-mile, 50K, 25K. Yeah. So there's 4 races that go on that Friday, Saturday.
Right.
So our good friend and race director, Jim Skaggs, been doing it for 12, 13 years now.
Yep.
Just got an email from the island saying, we're going to cut your numbers this year.
Oh, they're going to come significantly.
Big time.
Holy
even more
cow.
than they are now.
Yes.
But I think right now he is at 400.
I think so. At 400 for all the distances.
Yep. So if you're on the fence on that one, or one of those people that always wait to the last minute,
that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen because you know what? Jim's hands are tied now.
They are.
So it's not like the last minute. Here's a 12-pack of beer. You're in the race.
Yeah, it's
like,
not going to happen this year.
And it will fill.
Oh yeah, it'll fill
for sure. Right.
Yep.
I mean,
probably before Christmas, I'd say.
Now it will for sure, with people knowing it. So yeah, if you're going to register for that, get on it.
Yeah, do.
And because
it's a good spring race.
It's an awesome race. Yeah. Great course. Jim and his wife Karen do such an amazing job with that race. It just gets better every year, but you don't get all the, I don't know, the hype and all the.
No.
It just gets better.
It's low key and fun.
Yep. It's one of those type of races. So don't wait on that one though, folks. It's 400 people. It's not much for that one.
No.
And I think that kind of wraps it up. We had a few orders come in. Mary Lim just ordered a beanie.
Right.
And then Nathan Mize from Tennessee, he ordered some gear. So those are almost gone. We got a few shirts. We're going to be getting some more of those printed. Especially in the men's sizes, because
we're crushing the sales on the men's size. Thanks, fellas. We appreciate it.
We do. And we love to see the photos, so thanks.
That's
keep those
my favorite,
coming.
seeing people in those things.
Yeah, it's always fun to see that. And then we also, just real quick, we talked about it in last week, is the Ogden Trail Running Festival. We've been getting a lot of questions on that.
Yes.
And
there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes right now.
Yeah, we're just trying to get a few more details dialed in.
Yes.
We're going to have it. We've established that. We have a Facebook page that we will launch
right now.
It's closed because we're still working on it.
Yep.
And then we're going to open that. That's where we're going to relay a lot of information. So you're going to want to go like that.
Most of the information will come out of there first.
Yeah,
for sure.
And it's the Ogden Trail Running Festival. So keep your eyes open for that on Facebook. There's every day there's more and more things that come to like, hey, can we do this for you? Hey, this would be a good idea.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So I think we can tell them right now about this.
Okay.
Why not? Go ahead.
All right. You tell them. This got me, before Joel even says it, when I got this message, I was in Colorado, and I was freaking giddy.
Yeah, she told me about it on Monday, I think. Maybe it was yesterday. I can't remember. But anyway, so one of our friends and one of my clients is a brewer at Roosters. And she goes, well, can I make a beer for you guys? I'm like, That's a really general question. You can always make a beer for me. She goes, no, for the Trail Fest. I'm like, hell yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
So what she's going to do is she's going to make a special beer just for the Trail Fest.
Signature beer.
Yes, it's not going to be available any other time of the year.
There's going to be 220 gallons.
Yes, this is going to be a one-off. And so we get to request the type of beer we want specifically for the Trail Fest and name it.
And that might be a contest to come soon and name one. That'd be fun.
I think it's just going to be called Trail Fest.
Is it?
Why not? That's such a good generic
Joel won
name,
the contest.
Right? Yeah, I did. What do I get? Beer. I won beer.
You get 20 of the 220 gallons.
I know. Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
So yeah, but how cool is that?
That's so awesome.
I mean, that wasn't even something on our radar.
No.
Right? I mean,
she just straight up offered to do it. We're like, yeah, but this is a good way for her to kind of do a little experiment.
Yeah.
Kind of sharpen up her skills a little more.
She's a trail runner.
She is.
So Anna Brewer. And it's out of Roosters, which is local for us. And we love Roosters. We always have, even way
back. I think
back.
those guys are going to cater for us.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to nail that down.
But yeah, so again, you're not going to want to miss this.
No.
I mean,
the signature beer. And if you don't drink beer, we got some root beer for you, I think.
Yeah, there'll be other stuff.
I think
they
make root beer at Roosters.
They do. It's really good. My kids get it every single time we go there.
Yeah.
It's like they get that. Well, we've gone there with Porter, and he loves that stuff too.
Yeah, that boy can drink the mess out of some root beer.
So, but that's just one of the other cool factors, and there's more, folks. I mean, there is a list. I'm not even kidding you.
That's so neat.
That was something that wasn't even on my radar. It just moved to the top of the coolness factor.
Turtle Miller was already going to come to the Trail Fest. Now he's definitely going to be there.
Yeah.
So he's going to need a ride
somewhere. To his parking lot.
He's going to need, his bus got creamed. Did you see the pictures of that?
Yeah, it got totaled.
So he's going to need a ride up here. So somebody's going to need to help him out with that.
But yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on for that. There's going to be some cool things. Like I said, Solomon's our title sponsor.
Yep.
They don't do things halfway.
They don't mess around.
Everything that Solomon's involved with is just legit.
Yeah.
Right.
They're gonna hook us up, and they're gonna hook you up.
That's right. And so it's gonna be because we have a lot of folks down there that are supporting that. I mean, Connor from the Hammer Sport Outlet. Yeah. You're gonna get in the outlet store.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get a discount on top of outlet prices before you walk in to free beer and free food, and then to walk into a movie festival.
I know. And we might have an athlete or two there to give you a little talk.
Yep.
Maybe. We're not guaranteeing anything.
Yeah. Me and Joel will be there. We don't call ourselves athletes.
No.
But we'll be there to talk to you.
Drinking beer.
Yeah. We'll be back there with hydration vests with beer in them because we're going to be mobile, right?
We are.
And I'll have I'll have some appetizers in this hand for shaking, and then got my hydration vest with the new beer in it. So
that's right.
But yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. You're not going to want to miss out again.
It's
that's going to be 100
Remember,
people.
It's only 100 people.
Yeah, and then the next day, which is Saturday, there's some other things that are taking flight with that one.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Which is going to be just another part of the festival. So even if you have ideas, shoot them our way. We're always open to hear what
if you want to sponsor it, let us know.
Yeah, we've got our sponsorship package complete.
Yes, we do.
So we have
for the Trail
Festival.
Yes.
We're still working on the media race kit, which I've had some race directors really pushing me because they want to get race.
We have the information.
On the
that's all done. It's just we're trying to make it look pretty.
Yeah. So if you want to sponsor the show, whether you're whatever,
just talk to Eric about that.
Yeah. Or if you're a race that wants us to promote the show, we do have the information we can get to you at trailmanners.com.
Right.
We've had really good success with that in the past year.
We have.
And
we'll fill a race up, folks.
Yeah, we can definitely help with that. So we'll have, if you're interested in that, just let us know now. We're just working on the prettiness factor, but we've got all the logistics set.
Yeah.
And then also with the Trail Running Festival, if you want to be part of that, whether you want to be at the film festival, we have a few sponsorship opportunities there.
Yep.
I think we only have 2 for the actual film show on Friday.
Okay.
But we have a plethora up at the park.
Yeah, we do. Lots of room up there.
Park. We're going to have that expo there. So if you want to be involved in that, we've got all that ready for you. Whether it's a new product, whether it's a new organization, company, whatever it is, there's it's a trail running festival. We got space for you.
Yeah, we do.
So reach out. We can get you some information on that as well. So hey, I think that's pretty much it.
I think so.
We just nailed this single track session.
Yeah, we did.
And we're still kind of cold.
Warming up.
I'm gonna have to bring a thicker jacket. And I have a Solomon jacket on right now.
Yeah, you do. I got my Patagonia puffy.
Yeah, and so if you're local right now, I'm gonna give you this bit of advice. I went to Hammer Sport yesterday. They've got 2 racks of jackets, ski and puffies, 75% off the outlet price.
That's dangerous.
We're talking $400 jackets for like $40.
Crazy.
I'm not kidding. So
I am not going there.
Yeah, and they have watches like uber cheap, like.
Ooh, they've got the Ambit 3. I saw that.
I think those are gone now, but
they?
they have the Core. They've got like 4 other watches for ridiculous prices. Like they're literally giving them to you.
Yeah.
You know, for a small token of change. But
I've got a nice little contest for next week's Singletrack. I've got my Ambit 2 that I don't ever use. Let's just give it away.
All right. Oh, and let's say I'm going to bring this up. So we love our listeners.
Yeah.
We love our listeners.
We love giving you guys stuff, obviously.
So Joel doesn't even know this one, so I'm going to drop the dime right now. So Isaac Gallegos, who's been following the show for a while, Utah guy.
Yeah, he's solid.
He's like, hey guys, I'm going to send you a brand new, never opened GoPro.
Holy cow! Wow!
To give away on your show as a
that's
contest.
Awesome.
I'm like, I'm like, no, that's too nice. He goes, I'm never going to use it.
Right on.
And so I thought, well, I'll have to drive down to Salt Lake. No big deal. He messaged me again, says, what's your address? I'll ship it. I'm like, come on. You can't give away a really expensive, nice camera, then pay for it.
I know, right?
But that's, the kind of listeners we have. So we're going to make that one like an Uber contest because that's not a little piece of equipment.
Maybe that should be during the gift guide.
Yeah, so
I think that's a good idea. We'll do it.
So that's going to be a brand new unopened GoPro.
We are giving away stuff just about every week.
We do. Someone posted that on, I think it was on iTunes. And if you haven't given us a rating on iTunes,
stop what you're doing right now and go do it, please.
Yeah, and type some words. Yes. That's pretty cool to read. But yeah, someone even said these guys give away stuff like all the time.
We do.
So we spend more in shipping than we do on anything else.
We're in we're in the negative on the shipping.
Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, so that was just another little tidbit. So we have a ton of stuff. We just threw out to you. Again, if you won one of the contests, make sure you get back to me, manners@trailmanners.com.
That's right.
If you want information on sponsorship, trail festival, whatever it is.
The donut contest.
Yeah, don't forget about that one. And pictures are going to be top of the list.
Yeah, they're going to be heavily weighted.
And then the last thing, how did I miss it? This Saturday, there's one more event. The Park City Run Company is helping with the Park City Ugly Sweater 10K. December 3rd, 10 a.m. Park City Run Company meet there.
Right.
They got sponsors. Ultra's giving away some shoes as a sponsor. Kodiak Cakes. There's going to be pancakes. They sponsored it.
Oh, yummy.
Pancakes in the morning. They have a few other sponsors I didn't read, but this is put on by local trail runners here in Utah.
Yeah, good guys.
Some of the Wranglers, Ryan Delaney spearheads this. It's free. Right? It's free.
But you got to register online? Or
Yep.
Day of? Is there day of registration?
I'm not sure. Just go check them out online. They have a Facebook page, and they're looking for volunteers still, too. So if you don't want to run, want to hang out with some cool people, that's this Saturday. So that can pull you away from the lotteries, and that can pull you, and that would be cool to run that, and then go
come back
your
and
phone
check
will blow
everything.
up because all your friends are like, dude, you got in, you sucker. Right? So, they definitely want to give a shout out to those guys. I think that's it for the show.
Yep.
Another long single track session, number 17 from Bomber Studios.
Yep.
And don't forget to listen to the shows, shoot us messages, give us your emails, do whatever you need to do, follow up, and we will talk to you next week.